Hi, it's Elyse here at Bowman Library with a whole new middle grade book spotlight. So our theme for our spotlight this time is based on some inspiration that the month of October is Star Wars Reads Month. That's right, a whole month dedicated to reading, exploring everything Star Wars, okay? But we're not going to be necessarily that literal, so what we're going to do instead is we are going to explore some awesome science fiction books that we have here in our library collection. That's right. And one thing I love about science fiction is there's literally like a type of science fiction for everyone, okay? There are some that take place in outer space, which we'll take a look at. There are some that take place right here on Earth, which we'll take a look at. There are some that seem so impossible it could never happen, but it still might. Are there some that could be happening even today when I think about some of the stuff going on with AI and robots and things like that? So we're going to take a look at some 6 amazing science fiction books, so let's get started. Our first one is The Lost Planet. So in the future, interspace travel is possible, and the people of Earth, they control the justice for the whole galaxy. Now, Chase wakes up on the planet Trucon with a wound to his head and a severe case of amnesia, and he has no idea how he got to this planet. He is soon then found by Parker. Parker is a hacker, and the two become friends, but it soon becomes clear that Chase, who can't remember anything, is not just your regular typical kid. When Parker and Chase witness an attack on the planet they're on, they soon realize that they are on the brink of war, and Chase may be the only person who is able to stop it. But he literally has no idea how. Now Chase needs to figure out who he is, why he is so special, and what it is that he needs to do. This mystery-filled science fiction outer space adventure is the first in a series, okay? We have the rest. I promise you this one does end on a cliffhanger, so you might want to get the second one when you check out The Lost Planet. Okay, Smack for President. Now, 2 years after the Boov alien invasion and their defeat, Tip and J-Lo decide they're going to visit the Boov on their home planet to try to make things right. Okay, so now we're going to go visit some aliens. Let's see how this goes. Now, things don't really go according to plan right from the start, as they get to this planet and they find themselves on the run from the police as soon as they land, and then J-Lo soon ends up in prison. Especially since Captain Smick does not want to hear any bit of their apology. But Boov and J-Lo find out a secret. They learn that Captain Smick is running for president against a man known as Dan Landry. And it is this Dan Landry fellow who has taken all the credit for the alien defeat, and he has placed all of the blame on J-Lo. And it's going to be up to Tip and some new friends to help set the record straight, get J-Lo out of jail, and help Captain Smick win the presidency. This humor-filled, little bit some drama, some mystery, about friendship. It's all set in outer space. You'll be laughing out loud the whole time. I mean, like, it's if you want a good chuckle, this is Smack for President. I found. Okay, I will tell you, if you want a lengthy series, this is book 1 in it. Okay, so this is the Missing series. This is book 1, found 13 years before our story starts. Okay. There's a mysterious airplane that just arrives with a plane carrying 36 babies and no adults, and no one knows what is going on. So, all the babies are then adopted, and Jonah and his best friend Chip were 2 of them. Now, they're living in Ohio, minding their, living their life, minding their business, and then they start to receive these notes and messages with words telling them that they are one of the missing, and that people are coming to get them. Not knowing what is going on, they, along with Jonah's sister, Catherine, they start to investigate. And they find out that the FBI was involved in their adoptions, which is very strange, and that there are others out there like them too. when they start to piece things together and meet others that were involved in this journey with them, they soon stumble upon a secret that is so explosive that it will literally change everything that they know. Again, the first in a lengthy science fiction series. It has some mystery, there's some government intrigue. And what I loved about this one is you are going to be like finding out the clues and figuring out what is going on like in real time with Chip and Jonah and Catherine. I could not put this one down. This is found. Alright, Tristan Strong punches a hole in the sky. Oh, love this one. Okay, it's been a hard couple months for Tristan. Now his best friend Eddie was killed in a bus accident, and now he's being sent for the summer with his grandparents. All he has left from his best friend to remember him by is his journal, in which is filled with stories he has written. Now, he gets to his grandparents' house, and on the first night at their farm, something weird happens. There's this weird, strange-looking doll who is talking, and it is known as Gum Baby. And Gum Baby appears in Tristan's room and tries to steal this journal. And not only is that strange enough, but then Tristan notices that this journal from his best friend has started to glow for some unknown reason. Now, as he tries to stop this talking doll named Gum Baby from stealing this precious possession, Tristan is led to a tree outside, in which he punches a hole through this tree, and he finds himself no longer necessarily on Earth. He finds himself caught between the world he knows and this land called Alke. And that is where African American folklore characters are the gods and leaders. Yeah, soon Tristan finds himself on an adventure and a quest, and it just takes off, and it's nonstop. It's nonstop action, adventure, making choices. It's the first in a series. Books 2 and 3 are currently out. Yeah, like, trust me on this one. Like, you will not be able to stop reading this one. This is Tristan Strong Punches a Hole in the Sky. Dragon Pearl. Okay, so Min is a fox spirit. It's a supernatural creature who can change their appearance and persuade others to do things, but she and her family keep it a secret because in the society in which they live, they're looked down upon. It's a bad thing to be a fox spirit. Now, Min finds out that her older brother, Jun, has deserted his Space Force post, but she doesn't believe that's what happened. Like, there is no way her brother would do that, and she decides it's up to her to find out what the truth is. Now, as she starts to travel through the universe, she starts finding clues and piecing things together that there is totally more to the story, and all signs seem to point toward the discovery of this powerful ancient relic called the Dragon Pearl. Now, this is filled with twists and turns. There's Korean mythology and folklore, some amazing characters. You will find yourself getting to the end and like wanting to know more. Okay, like if you've ever read a book like that, like you get to the end, you like get to the last page, and you're just like, no, like that's one of these. Okay, if you like a book set in outer space with some Korean mythology, even just mythology in general, this is Dragon Pearl. And our last one is a classic, A Wrinkle in Time. Now, Meg's family is living day to day wondering where their father has been since he's been missing while doing work on a government assignment. Now, one night she goes downstairs and she finds her younger brother, whose name is Charles Wallace, talking about this new friend he has made. But Meg is like really skeptical and like super confused actually. Now, going out in the middle of the night to find this friend that Charles Wallace is saying he has, they run into Calvin O'Keefe, which is another kid in the neighborhood, and they soon start to discover some things. At first, Charles Wallace does actually have this friend that Meg didn't think existed, and this friend has brought some other friends, and they start to tell them some things that are going to change everything. Like, for example, they find out that Meg's father, the reason why he hasn't been coming home is he's actually been captured by this thing called the Dark Thing. And it's going to be up to the three of them to save him. But it's not going to be easy. It's going to require them to move through time and space and face things that they didn't even know existed, as well as their greatest fears. Again, one of the best stories of all time. It's a classic. Even if you've read the book or you think you know the series, I will tell you this is one of if every single time at least I reread it, I get something different out of this story. It is the first book in a series. Okay, there are 5 books in this series that are featuring these characters, but you do have to start with the first one, which is A Wrinkle in Time. So these are just 6 of the science fiction books that we have here at the library, but I promise you, you can come out, check out one of these, or we can help you find a science fiction book that you're interested in, because I do promise you there's all different types of science fiction, to the point where there is literally something for everyone. I hope you have an amazing week, and I hope you tune back next time for a whole new middle grade book spotlight.